As Rocky said to Tommy Gunn in Rocky 5, I didn't hear no bell.
You are Locked On Cubs, your daily Chicago Cubs podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
You are Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day, alongside Sam Olber. I'm Matt Cozy. Sam and I are lifelong fans, taking our passion into discussion with you on all things Cubs. Today's episode is brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code Locked On MLB for $20 off your first purchase. Cubs defeated the Brewers 4-3 in Game 3 of the NLDS on Wednesday night. Cubs forced another game in the series, which we'll preview later in the show. Go over all the key moments. Jamison Tyone again with a nice effort, the bullpen, defense, and more. Sam, the Cubs have to take this one day at a time by putting themselves in the 2-0 hole, but now they have a win on the board.
Yeah, this game felt eerily similar to me. Well, not eerily is the wrong word, but it felt strikingly similar to me if you remember the 2017 elimination game at home against the Dodgers down 3-0, where they just kind of survived and stole a game. And that's what they did. It was a really interesting game because, where I guess I want to start is just how important that first inning was, not the bottom first, but the top of the first, because things could have really gotten out of hand early there. You're in a little bit of a jam. You get Contreras to pop out on the infield. I've never seen that not be called an infield fly rule. Every Cub lost the ball in the sun. My guess is that they deemed it, Bush probably was screaming right away that he couldn't see it. So the ump was like, hey, this isn't a basic, typical play, so I can't call that. And I mean, that could have been a disaster. Yeah, bases absolutely loaded, one out, and we're going to give JMO his flowers again here later. But, out of everything that he did, just getting out of that, only giving up one run felt like a huge, huge part of the game. And then the Cubs obviously exploded in the first inning for 4 runs offensively, which was great to see. And then, didn't do anything the rest of the game. But JMO, bullpen, and the first inning Cubs offense, it was enough to get a very typical, almost a predictable at this point, 4-3, 3-2 type win here at Wrigley Field.
Well, you could make a case the first inning decided the 3 games so far.
Yep. I don't think you could make a case. You could.
Well, it was tied after
right
Monday, if you want to take me literally, but
sure.
Yeah, it wasn't good news. Wednesday was, though, after the drop pop-up, the anxiety creeps in. The worry. But to do what they did against Quinn Priester and just take a beat, take a moment, and do damage immediately and exit the first inning with the lead. Yeah, after the first half, you were trailing. That wasn't the goal. But to go +3 after one whole inning, it changed the whole tone of the game. It was a grinded out game, but for them to send 9 hitters to the plate, 4 runs on 3 hits, 3 walks, Bush goes solo shot, Pete with a huge 2-out hit, Happ later scores on the wild pitch. But we knew that Priester wasn't going to get a lot of swing and miss, especially against this lineup.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the Cubs did what they were supposed to do and then some. And if you're going to live to fight another day, which they're doing here, that's the moments that you need. And there's still a lot of meat on the bone, but I found myself welcoming the anxiety and welcoming it tomorrow. I'm glad it will happen again.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to soak this in. I'm going to miss it when it's gone, whenever that is. And yes, the offense didn't do much from there, going 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position, leaving 7 on base. But to make an impact like that right away, it was different. And I think it was necessary after putting themselves in the hole they did.
I can't say I'm welcoming the anxiety. I got Tums and I got saltines.
Yeah.
But if that's
what time did you have? Give us a timestamp about when you had the last time you had regular food.
Early in the game, like in the second or third.
Oh, during the game.
Yeah, I was calm early. We were up 4-1.
Right.
And then by about the 5th, 6th, that's when I started to switch.
Okay.
Could I give you an MVP of the game for me, or game ball, if you will?
Game ball is a good one.
Yeah.
Start doing that.
How about Caleb Thielbar?
Sure.
He came in the 8th inning, man on second, nobody out, left on left. And Bryce Terang, obviously, he could really hit anybody. Strikes him out easily, and then does a really nice job to Contreras. Hey, you know what? If you chase this, congrats to you, and you're out. If you walk, take your base. I'm not giving in to you. And then he gets Frelick to ground out. I just thought that was a really, really big spot in the game. And Keller,
was huge. Yeah.
Keller looks a little bit off. Like his velocity isn't exactly where it is. He looks, he has had a couple bad misses, but credit him for being able to, do that there, get 4 outs with the season on the line like that. And that strikeout of Bowers was, that was big. That was big time stuff. How about how weird was that? AB, the first pitch, Bowers tries to call time. Doesn't give it to him.
Free pitch.
It's a free pitch, and Keller still misses outside.
By a lot, by the way.
That's when I was like, oh man. Couple of quick notes before you comment on this. I just want to say this: really poor umpiring game. Really poor on both sides. Really poor. Come on. No, it was really poor. And then I also want to say the production of TBS, not up to playoff standards. Go ahead.
Oh, wow. That's this early in the show. See, that was at the bottom of my outline.
Oh, yeah. I thought
TBS has been horrific.
Yeah.
And it's too bad as a media nerd like myself.
Yeah, I couldn't see. Sal Frelick made one of the better catches you'll ever see a right fielder make at Wrigley Field, and I didn't see it.
Well, the thing about Keller, Sam, he self-induced the bases loaded. He walks the first guy, Durbin, and then struck out Bowers. But then pretty much a blink in the 9th, and the game was over.
Yep.
Couple of things I did want to run by you of things I would have liked to have seen or I'm wondering about.
Please.
Number 1, bottom of the 3rd, 1st and 2nd, no outs. Mm-hmm. Should Carson Kelly have sacrifice bunted?
Yep.
And number 2, in the last 3 innings of the game, when it gets to the 7th, if Kyle Tucker reaches base, I feel you need to seriously consider Castro Alcantara there now.
Castro's been a nice acquisition at the deadline.
And then Ballesteros would get the AB if it even would get to his spot. But I think Tucker needs to be run for in the last 3 innings. I get a sense that you agree with me.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on both accounts. I think the first account, the reason why they didn't bunt him is, if I remember correctly, Quintana was pitching. And then you
he was
sets up 2nd and 3rd, 1 out for Pete in a spot where he's left on left, or maybe he Ks, and Kelly hits lefties better. But it was aggravating throughout the game, just them not being able to just plate 1 run after that. Just felt like just one more. But maybe they'll do it tomorrow. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. I'm refreshing here to get some matchups for you, and I don't have any. But I'm excited. You know what I mean? One more day.
I think they'll do gamesmanship, but we won't find out till like 5 tomorrow.
Oh, that late?
I put its timestamp on it, but I think it'll just be tomorrow.
Well, we'll talk about it later. I mean, I feel like it has to be Peralta for them.
For the knockout punch, you would think so.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next, the Cubs didn't need any more runs, would have been more comfortable, but Tyone, Jameson, and the bullpen and the defense outstanding once again. Let's get to it next. Today's episode is brought to you by Rougiette. Guys, you've probably heard of Viagra or Cialis, but maybe you've even tried them. But if you're looking for something beyond the usual pill, it's time to meet Rougiette Go Long. That's exactly where Rougiet Go Long comes in. This isn't just another ED pill. It's a total game changer for confidence. Go Long combines 2 doctor-trusted medications and 1 dual-action formula so you can get hard and go the distance. The effects can last up to 36 hours. That's confidence all day, all night, and even into the next day. The process is simple. Connect with a board-certified doctor 100% online. And if prescribed, your treatment ships discreetly right next to your door. If prescribed, your treatment ships discreetly right to your door. Ready to level up your confidence in the bedroom? Head to Rougiet.com, Rugiet.com, and use promo code LOCKEDONMLB for 15% off your first order. That's Rougiet.com, promo code LOCKEDONMLB. Make sure to use our code so they know we sent you for Rougiet. Shout out to the everydayers, and you can become a Locked On Cubs everydayer by joining us for every episode throughout the week. And if you're driving home from Wrigley right now, thank you so much for joining us. Also, on demand, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Thank you so much for being here. And Sam, I think Jameson Taillon has turned into my new favorite player, at least for this month. After throwing 4 shutout last week to lead the Cubs to a wild card series win, Taillon went 4 more innings on Wednesday against the rival Brewers. He ended up with 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. And again, this is a guy that posted a 1 ERA his final 6 starts of the regular season, and he's continued that when it matters most.
Yeah, I thought JMO was, I'm not counting the earned run in the first. That Major League Baseball. Let's get some common sense in here. Just call it a team error. You know what I mean? And get on with it.
I wonder why they haven't done that yet.
8 innings, 2 runs, back against the wall against 2 tough teams, and he really had to work for it. He kind of dominated the Padres. When they got a chance to face each other, but today was a grind. Today was a serious grind. This is a really, really difficult lineup right now to navigate against, man. I think he threw 73, 75 pitches, something like that in 4 innings, and he really, really had to execute. And, he's come up now twice in just critical spots. I mean, it's what you kind of evaluate it all on, one game, everything on the line, and he's delivered. And you're right. I really do think that going into his last season, at least in terms of his contract with the Cubs next year, the next time he gives up like 4 or 5 homers on like a Thursday, in May, I'm gonna really go a lot easier on him because he's shown his true colors. I give him a lot of credit for competing the way he did. And again, his numbers won't tell you how good he was today if you didn't have a chance to watch the game, because that game could have gotten away from everybody in the first inning, and it wouldn't have been his fault. And he delivered and got the job done.
And we've all had our wrong predictions. I would like to be there when Justin Steele finds out that you thought he would remain a reliever. But we were really wrong about Jameson Taillon. I was personally. I remember titling an episode, "They Must Trade Him," last year. If they didn't have him, they wouldn't even be close to this. He missed time this year, but I reflected on that as I was mowing the lawn today. I was really wrong about that.
Well, I think first impression,
he's been a revelation at times.
Yeah,
I think steady veteran presence.
His first year was not good. His second year was really good. This year was up and down up until the last month plus of the season, when he turned into, right now, the best guy out there. And I think it goes back to the frustrations of game 1 and 2, because the second best guy has been Colin Ray. Outside of Horton.
Low leverage.
Outside of Horton. So that's what's going to make Game 4's decision very, very fascinating. But, it's he just seems like a guy that's not afraid of the moment. And even if I remember correctly, I'd have to go back and check, but even at the end of 23, he made some really big starts, I felt like, for the Cubs in September. So, he just seems like a guy that's confident. And it's funny you bring up Steele, because he was saying before the game today on Marquee, he's like, this is the guy you want on the mound, J-Mo. Like, it's going to be all good. And so it seems like his teammates feel the same way.
And then they went to the bullpen. Pomerantz, Palencia, Kittredge, Thielbar, and Keller. Pomerantz and Palencia both had perfect innings. Sam, Pomerantz has had all perfect innings in the postseason. Kittredge allowed the leadoff homer to Bowers. That went 1-2-3. I get the matchups to Churio. I guess I was in my non-analytical brain, I was just hoping single frames per person.
Sure.
But Kittredge allows the double, then you get back to the key moment.
I thought that ball, I don't know. Should it have been caught? No. Could a guy like Pete make that catch? Yes. Wasn't hit that hard. Yeah, I mean, Counsell, we've learned with Counsell, he's going matchup over inning, right? So he's not going to bring out Thielbar there to get hit by Churio. He's just going matchup, which is why tomorrow will be so fascinating.
Yeah, it will. And the 5 short relief dudes, Pomerantz, Palencia, Kittredge, Thielbar, Keller, here are their postseason numbers right now. 18 and a third innings, 12 hits, 6 runs, 4 walks, 18 strikeouts, ERA of 2.95. Do you remember the Rangers run in 2023, who their standout guys were?
Was it like that guy Kirk with his last name? He had a weird last name. I forgot his name.
It was just like 2 relievers that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, like Kirk, something with
It was Sabors.
Yeah, and then the righty.
I'm forgetting the other one now. You're right.
It's like a.
Or was it Chris Martin?
No, there's another one that closed games for them. I'll look it up.
But Sabors was it was him and one other guy.
Jose Leclerc.
And they were a major reason they won a World Series. And I just think, again, I'm not getting ahead of myself, although if I did, so what? But these 5 guys, they've done well. They have, for the most part, and then some. And I would be open to creativity with them on Thursday. And
there's a lot to discuss about that.
And we're going to do that right after this.
This episode is brought to you by Game Time. There's nothing like catching a baseball game live. The energy, the crowd, the chance to see your team in person. But actually getting tickets, that's the tough part. Queues, login screens, surprise fees, it takes all the fun out of it. That's why I use Game Time, the app that gives the advantage back to fans. Game Time is fast, easy, and backed by the Game Time guarantee. You always get 100% authentic tickets delivered on time and at the best price. Plus, all fees are included, so the price you see is the price you pay. I've used Game Time for every Cub game that I've been to. It's the best. You get tickets right away. You could literally wait up to first pitch. The prices go down. Fees are included. Know your total up front with no surprise fees at checkout. So download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, that's promo code LOCKEDOMLB for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download Game Time today.
Make sure you're subscribed to Locked On Cubs on your preferred audio platform or YouTube. That way you don't miss any of the great Cubs content we've got for you. All right, Cubs live to fight another day, and that day is Thursday for Game 4 of the NLDS. If the Dodgers sweep the Phillies tonight, then the Cubs and Brewers will play at 6:08 p.m. Central. And if Dodgers-Phillies also goes to a Game 4, with the Phillies winning tonight, then the game will be in the earlier slot. That one will be And Cubs Brewers will be at 8:08, just like it was earlier.
Wow.
This week. Matthew Boyd would be on regular rest, but I would not do that. I just think Boyd that quickly, again, albeit on regular rest after going on short rest last time, would be the wrong move. Freddie Peralta is available for the knockout punch for them, unless both sides do a bullpen game with Aaron Savale being a possible bulk guy, I guess. Mizorowski, possible bulk guy for them.
Yep.
Without probable pitchers, FanDuel has both teams at -110. And man, it would be hard to imagine if Peralta didn't pitch, but if he does and you beat him, then you start to visualize a historic comeback. And it would be.
I think,
because only 10 teams in the history of the game have come back down 2-0 in a best of 5.
I think if they pitch Ben Sheets tomorrow and you find a way to beat him,
that's a good reference.
It's a historic comeback. You're thinking about it. You get this thing back to Milwaukee, you have now really accomplished something. And it gets really, really interesting because I don't care who you are, what team you are, how great you may be, how much you put the ball in play. When you go from 2-0 to 2-2 and all of a sudden Monday night, it's 2-0, you're feeling great, and then you come back later that week and your season's on the line. That's a lot of pressure. And at that point, even if the Brewers won, it's more of a, hey, good job by you for handling that sort of pressure. But the Cubs need to put that pressure on them, and they would put the ultimate pressure on them by finding a way to win Game 4. Now, how are they going to do that? I think Boyd's going to pitch at some point. He's on regular rest. And we talked. It
might be to close the game.
We talked about this a little bit after the game on Saturday of, hey, he's the type of guy that you'd think would want redemption. He doesn't want to end his season with Monday being his performance 2/3 of an inning. Right. What does that look like? I don't know. Does that mean he starts and goes one time through the order? Does Craig employ the exact same? Is there anybody that you think pitched today that is absolutely unavailable tomorrow? Let's start there. Besides JMO, obviously.
No.
I agree with you.
That's 5. That could be 5 innings right there.
So you got 15 pitches from Pomerantz, 15 from Palencia, 18 Kittredge, 11 Thielbar, 19 Keller. All those guys are going to go tomorrow.
Okay, that's 5 innings.
If they're available, and if the spot, not if they're available, if the spot calls for it. So that's 5 innings. So can you get 4 out of Boyd? No. Or do you split it up and go 2 Boyd, 2 Ray?
I like the Boyd-Ray combo for Saturday, but you got to get there first.
Well, I'm talking about tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'm talking
about tomorrow.
How many did Ray throw Monday?
Yeah, I can get that info.
I just don't know if Ray in gym shoes, or do they just say, "Hey,
nobody on the roster's in gym shoes tomorrow."
Well, except Tyone.
And not even him. You make him put cleats out. What if the game goes 20 innings? You know what I mean? It's all hands on deck. You're playing for your season, okay? So let me tell you how many pitches Ray threw, because that's a great question. And the answer,
that's why I asked it.
The answer is 60.
Oh, so he's unavailable for Thursday.
What a waste.
In theory.
So yeah, 2 days. Yeah.
But he could start Saturday if it got there. Anyway, we're not talking about Saturday. I get why maybe some frustration would lie there. I keep referencing that.
Dare I ask you this?
I think so. Here, can I give my plan?
Sure.
I think Savale goes 1 inning, the first inning.
No.
And then the 5 guys, Boyd 7, 8, 9.
No. No.
What?
No. Savale's the bulk guy. My question is you don't think you're going to see any Ben Brown tomorrow, do you?
No, he's an option somewhere, but I don't know. I think it would be a shorter outing for him. That wouldn't be in bulk for me anyway.
Me neither.
But yeah, he's definitely he's towards the top of the list. And it's not just because he had success against Milwaukee in the regular campaign, Sam. It's because he can strike people out.
Yeah, but this team doesn't strike out a lot. Paul Skeens could strike people out. He couldn't strike out these guys. You want to just get these guys to hit the baseball and move on. That's a no for me. I'm going to go with, I think it's just going to be Boyd for a few, hopefully. And then
what does a few mean at this stage?
Yeah.
Tyo went to 18 guys.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
So 18 guys or a little bit less, maybe 12?
I'm just going to go innings, 3 or 4 innings.
Why? But you need to go batters, though. He's not going to go a third. He's not going to face Churio a third time. We agreed on that?
Yes.
Okay.
You're right. Yeah, I don't know how many batters that is.
Well, if he goes 4 innings, I think the Cubs might win.
And then if he can't, can you squeeze out an inning out of Ray, or can you squeeze out an inning or two out of Savali? But I think they're going to want to save Savali in case the game goes extras and they run out of guys.
Well, but if in your scenario, if Boyd goes 4, the game it's just like today. The game's completed by the 5 guys.
Is there anybody else on the bullpen roster that we have a remote amount of any confidence in to pitch in high leverage besides the guys that pitched today? So it's just Brown. There's no Rogers, right?
Soroka is available.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe Soroka throws an inning instead of Savali. So maybe you go Boyd for 3, Soroka for 1, and then those guys.
Yeah. Yeah. See, for whatever reason, I would like to go to those 5 quicker.
Yeah, like you want to see like Palencia in.
Well, I think they should follow Boyd somehow. Ideally, it would be after the 4th, but it might be after the 3rd.
Yeah, right. Any concerns? I
have many concerns, but I'm trying to enjoy the moment.
Yeah, no, 100%. And then I would say the other side of it.
And I think you should switch Happ and Pete in the lineup.
The other side of it, I'd say, is with Freddie most likely going tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd like to hear your thoughts on that because they beat him once this year?
Yeah. I mean, it's not an ideal situation to face Freddie because he gets so many fly balls. And then so the wind's going to be blowing in. But I don't know. I got a weird feeling that the Cubs, you don't want a guy to see a team too much. I think this is going to be like a 6th start versus the Cubs this year. I mean, there's just no secrets at that point.
Same thing with Boyd, right, against them.
With Boyd, it would be the
Cubs are up to minus 112 favorite as we speak.
4th. I think it'd be his 4th. Their pitching plan seems pretty obvious. Peralta, some sort of combination of Peralta, McGill, Uribe, and then maybe like a Mizorowski in there. Maybe.
I would think, unless they try to get weird about it.
Well, this whole thing is weird. I mean, I miss the days when I used to watch baseball and you just knew who was getting the ball and that was it. I mean, we might not know who gets the ball till an hour before the game.
Well, Tyler Glasnow pitched out of the bullpen the other day for the Dodgers.
And Suzuki's closing.
I know. And Tanner Scott is basically off the whiteboard.
Yeah. As
off the depth chart.
Performance is deemed. But listen, give these guys credit for battling. Maybe there's some sort of thing you could just do after each inning and be like, it's the first inning, fellas, because they score a lot of runs. Man, I'll tell you, Seiya was really close to having another big game today too, by the way. That ball, that catch that Frelick made in right field.
It was a great catch.
I can't believe it.
I know.
Catches that ball at Wrigley, especially during that time of day.
Yeah. And if they score against Peralta early, if that's what ends up happening, he starts, the place is going to be so loud.
Yeah. What did you think of the crowd today?
Thought it was good.
Okay. Yeah. I thought there's another notch they can get to.
Yeah. I just wish I could listen to another broadcast. This is Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast.
One more and send this thing back.
Network. Oh, that'd be fantastic. Your team every day. For your second listen, check out Locked On MLB Game Night. Go there right after this. every game, every night, all season long. Get local analysis on a national scale. Find MLB Game Night on the Locked On MLB channel on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. And selfishly, can they play at 6? Could the Dodgers win tonight? Literally, we're about to end this show, and if the Phillies win tonight, Thursday's game would not have even started. I'd like a 6 o'clock start.
I think that's fair. No, that's fair. It's fair to you.
All right. No matter whatever time the game starts, we'll be back right after it. Game 4, NLDS Thursday. He's Sam Olber. I'm Matt Cozy. This is Locked On Cubs.